Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Ayurveda Free Health Insurance. Here comes the yoga sequence of week 27 and which is the second last sequence of this beginners yoga sequence. So I hope you learned a lot, and one thing I want to share, yoga sequence of week 27 is exactly same as the week 25, but still I want to upload it separately so we don't get confused in our practice. So without delay, let's get started today's yoga sequence.
We will start our session with Veera Sana. So kneel down, knees together, feet apart. Then bring your calves away with thumbs and sit back. In between your legs, use height if you need. Then sit tall. Then join your palms together in front of your chest. Again, here in the pose, press your shins down, toes extending backward, top of your buttock down and sides of your waist up. Draw your shoulder blades down and shoulders away from your ears, palms facing into each other. Then slowly close your eyes. Then go inward with the breath and we chant 3 Oms together. Om. Om. Then chest lifted, bow your head to the heart, bring your hands down, palms up. Then with closed eyes, bring your head up and then slowly open your eyes. Then move to the next pose, standing poses. Then come to standing. Then stand here in Tadasana, big toes, inner heels touching, legs straight, arms by your side. Here in the pose, press through the big toe mounts down, press through the center of your heels, lift through the front of your thighs, tops of your buttocks down as you lift the sides of your waist up. Draw your shoulder blades in and move the top of your shoulder down away from your ears. Arms reaching downward through the fingertips, chin level, and breathe. Then move to the next pose, which is Urdhva upward extended hand pose. Then bring your hands in front of you. Then bring them overhead. So here maintain the Tadasana and extend your arms through the fingertips. Arms align with your ears. Pull your trunk upward. Then exhale, bring your arms down in Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Sup the Padangusthasana. Bring your hands in front of you, interlock the fingers, turn your palms in front of you, and then bring your arms overhead. Again, maintain the Tadasana. Press through the center of your heel and extend your palms towards the ceiling and bring your elbows in. Extend your trunk upward. Then exhale, bring your arms in front of you. Then change the interlock, turn your palms, then bring your arms overhead. Again, here maintain the Tadasana. Tops of thighs back, trunk extended upward. Widen your palms, bring your elbows in, chin level and breathe. Bring your arms down and come in Tadasana. Next pose, go Mukasana, cow face pose. Then bring your right arm up, then bend it to the elbow and bring in between your shoulder blades. Then bring your left arm to the side, palm facing down, bend to the elbow and bring your left hand to catch hold of your right arm and then here maintain the Tadasana, right elbow reaching up towards the ceiling and left elbow going downward towards the floor. Chin level and breathe, chest broaden. Then release your arms and come back to Tadasana. Repeat on another side. Bring your left arm up, bend to the elbow, bring in between shoulder blade, right arm to the side, palms facing down, bend and reach, catch hold of your left hand. Again, press through the center of your heel, legs straight, chest broaden. Here left elbow reaching towards the ceiling and right elbow reaching downwards to the floor. Chest broaden, chin level and breathe. Then release your arms and come back to Tadasana. Then move to the next pose, which is Paschim Namaskar Asan. Start with Tadasana, bring your arms back, then join your hands together and slide them up. Then bring them in between your shoulder blade or how much height you can bring them. Then again maintain the Tadasana, press through the center of your heel, top of buttocks down, abdomen lifted in and up. Then press your palms into each other, chest broaden, chin level and breathe. Then to come out of the pose, release your hands and come back to Tadasana. Next pose, Brakshasana, tree pose. From Tadasana, stand on your left leg and lift the right foot off the ground. Bring the right heel high up into the inner left groin. Then extend the arms overhead. Here in the pose, press the left big toe mound down. Press through the center of your left heel. Top of left thigh back. Right heel presses into inner left groin. Extend inner right knee down, tops of the buttocks down. Then pull through your fingertips, extend your trunk upward. Then to come out of the pose, bring your arms down, slide your feet down and repeat on another side. Then here stand on your right leg and lift the left foot off the ground. Bring the left heel high up into the inner right groin. Then extend the arms overhead. In the pose, press the right big toe mound down, press through the center of the right heel and bring the top of right thigh back. Left heel presses into inner right groin. Extend inner left knee down, tops of your buttocks down, trunk extended upward and pull yourself up through the fingertips. Breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, bring your arms down and slide your right foot and come to Tadasana. Then move to the next pose, which is Utthiti, fierce pose. So stand in Tadasana, then bring your hands in front of you and go in Urdhva Hastasana. Then press into the heels, lift up through the arms and bend the legs. So here in the pose, press down through the center of the heels. Press the big toe mound down. Front inner groins down, outer hips in, tops of your buttocks down, trunk extends upward, sides of the chest up and arm extends upward, fingers reaching upward. Breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, press through the center of your heels. Pull through your arms, inhale and come back to Tadasana. Next pose, Utthiti Hasta Padhasana, extended hand and foot pose. From Tadasana, bend the legs and jump the feet wide apart. Then extend the arm to the side at shoulder height. Feet are in parallel. Trunk is extended and the gaze is forward. So here in the pose, press down into the inner edges of the feet. Press down into the outer edges of the feet. Lift up through the front of the thighs, top of thighs back, top of buttocks down, trunk extended upward. And to come out of the pose, bend your legs, extend through the arms and jump back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Parshu Hasta Padhasana, side hand and foot pose. Then start from Tadasana, bend your legs, jump or step your feet wide apart. Make sure your ankles under your wrist and trunk extended upward, arms reaching. Then turn your left toes in, turn your right leg all the way out. Here make sure your right heel is aligned with your left foot in a step. Then extend your trunk upward, then bring your feet to the parallel and repeat on another side. So bring your right toes in, bring your left leg all the way out. Make sure your trunk extending upward, top of your buttocks down, and come to the center, jump or step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, Utthiti Konasana, extended triangle pose. Start with Tadasana. Bend your leg, jump or step your feet wide apart. Utthiti Hasta Padhasana. Then Parshu Hasta Padhasana. Here press your outer left heel down. Extend your trunk to the right and then bring your right hand to clasp your right ankle, left arm reaching up. Here in the pose, press your outer left heel down, bring the top of your left thigh back, press through the right big toe mount and bring your outer right thigh back. Both arms are reaching, chest broaden. Draw your shoulder blades in, then turn your head and look up. Then to come out of the pose, look forward, press your outer left heel down, pull through your left arm, inhale and come up. Trunk extended, arm reaching, then repeat on another side. Right toes in, left leg all the way out. Press your outer right heel down, extend your trunk to the left, then bring your left hand to clasp your left ankle, right arm reaching up. Here in the pose, press your outer right heel down, bring the top of your right thigh back, press through the left big toe mount down. Both arms are reaching, chest broaden. Turn your head and look up. To come out of the pose, look forward, press your outer right heel down, pull through your right arm, inhale and come up, trunk extended, arm reaching. Then bring your feet to the parallel, then jump and step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Utthiti Parshu Konasana, extended side angle pose. So check your Tadasana again here. Press through the center of your heels. Lift up through the front of your thighs. Bring the top of your thighs back. Lift your abdomen up and in. Top of your buttocks down. Then bend your leg, jump or step your feet wide apart. Utthiti Hasta Padhasana. Then Pashu Hasta Padhasana. Make sure your arms are reaching, trunk extended upward. Then exhale, bend your right knee and bring your right hand down on the floor or on the brick, left arm reaching up. Then turn your left arm from the shoulder and bring it overhead. Here in the pose, press your outer left heel down. Bring the top of your left thigh up and back. Press through the right big toe mount down. Press your right knee into your right arm. Left arm reaching through the fingertips towards the right side of the room. Draw your shoulder blades in. Then turn your head and look over your left hand. To come out of the pose, press your outer left heel down. Pull through your left arm. Inhale and come up. Trunk extended, arm reaching. Bring your feet to the parallel. Then repeat on another side. Right toes in, left leg all the way out. Then exhale. Bend your left knee. Bring your left hand on the floor or brick. Right arm reaching up. Turn your right arm. Then bring it overhead. Here in the pose, press your outer right heel down. Bring the top of your right thigh up and back. Press through the left big toe mount down. Press your left knee into your left hand. Right arm reaching towards the left through the fingertips. Draw your shoulder blades in. Then turn your head and look over your right hand. To come out of the pose, press your outer right heel down. Pull through your right hand. Inhale and come up. Trunk extended, arm reaching. Then bring your feet to the parallel, jump and step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Veerabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Then bend your legs, jump or step your feet wide apart. Turn your hands palm facing up, bring your arms overhead. Then turn your left leg all the way in, turn your right leg all the way out. Here in the pose, press your outer left heel down. Both legs are straight. Then exhale and bend your right knee and bring your right knee towards the little toe side, trunk extended upward. Then turn your head and look up. Then to come out of the pose, press your outer left heel down, pull through your arms, straighten your legs and come to the center. Then repeat on another side. Bring your right leg all the way in, bring your left leg all the way out. Again, press your right heel down, exhale, bend your left knee. Here in the pose, press your outer right heel down, bring the top of your right thigh up and back. Bring your left knee towards the little toe side, top of buttock down, trunk extended upward. Turn your head and look up. Then to come out of the pose, press your outer right heel down, pull through your arms and come back. Then come to the center, bring your arms to the side, then bend your legs, jump and step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Bend your leg, jump or step your feet wide apart. Utthiti Hasta Padhasana, then Pashu Hasta Padhasana. So today we will go in Ardha Chandrasana without going in Utthiti Konasana. Then here extend your trunk, then bring your right hand on the floor, straighten your right leg, left leg come off the ground, left arm reaching up. Then here in the pose, press your right feet down and both legs should be stable. Turn your right thigh from inner to the outside, left leg reaching to the left, reaching through the left big toe mount and left inner groin lifted. Press your right hand into the floor, left arm reaching. Then to come out of the pose, bend your right leg and come in Pashu Hasta Padhasana. Then repeat on another side. So turn your right leg in, turn your left leg all the way out, trunk extended, arm reaching. Then exhale and bring your left hand on the floor. Straighten your left leg and right leg come off the ground, right arm reaching up. In the pose, left leg should be stable, pressing down into the floor. Turn your left thigh from inside out, right leg reaching through the right big toe mount and lift through your inner right groin. Press your right hand into the floor, left arm reaching up. Then turn your head and look up. Then to come out of the pose, bend your left leg, extend, reaching through your right leg, come to the Pashu Hasta Padhasana. Then bring your feet to the parallel, jump and step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Veerabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. So start with Tadasana, bend your leg, jump or step in Utthiti Hasta Padhasana. Turn your palms and arms reaching overhead. Turn your left leg in, turn your right leg all the way out. Then go in Veerabhadrasana 1. From Veerabhadrasana 1, exhale and bring your trunk on the right thigh. Again, exhale and straighten your right leg, left leg come off the ground. Here, whole body is parallel to the floor. So press through the center of your right heel and bring the top of your right thigh out, left leg reaching backward towards the left big toe mount. Both arms are reaching and look in between your arms. Then to come out of the pose, bend your right leg and come in Veerabhadrasana 1. Then come up and come to the center. Then repeat on another side, arms reaching. Turn your right leg all the way in, turn your left leg all the way out. Exhale and go in Veerabhadrasana 1. From Virabhadrasana 1, exhale, bring your trunk on the left thigh. Then again from here, exhale, straighten your left leg, right leg come off the ground and whole body parallel to the floor. Here in the pose, press your left heel down, straighten your left leg and turn your left thigh from inside out, right leg reaching towards the right through the right big toe mount, whole body parallel to the floor, arms reaching towards the left and look in between your arms. Then to come out of the pose, bend your left leg and reach through your right leg. Come in Virabhadrasana 1, then come to the center, bring your arms to the side, bend your leg and jump back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Pravrith Trikonasana, Revolt Triangle Pose. So again start with Tadasana. Press through the center of your heels, top of your thighs back, buttocks down, trunk extended upward. Then bend your leg, jump or step your feet wide apart, arms reaching. Then turn your left toes all the way in, turn your right leg all the way out. So here make sure your both legs are straight, and then turn your torso from left to the right and then bring your left hand on the brick or on the floor, right arm reaching up. Here in the pose, pressing into the inner side of your feet, both legs are straight, both arms are straight. Then turn your head and look up, then press into your feet and come up. Then repeat on another side, both legs are straight, trunk extended upward, arms reaching, press into the inner side of your both feet. Then turn your torso from right to the left, then bring your right hand on the floor, left arm reaching up, both legs are straight, both arms are straight. Turn your head and look up. Then to come out of the pose, press into the inner side of your feet, inhale and come up. Then bring your feet to the parallel, jump and step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Pravrith Parshu Konasana, Revolt Side Angle Pose. So we go in this pose from Vimanasana. So start with Tadasana, bend your leg, jump or step your feet wide apart. Then turn your left toes all the way in, turn your right leg all the way out. So here be stable in your legs, then exhale, bend your right leg, Vimanasana. From Vimanasana, press into your feet, turn your torso from left to the right, then hook your left elbow outside of your right knee, then extend your left hand on the floor, right arm reaching up, then turn your arm and bring it overhead. So here then turn your head and look up, press inside of your feet. Then to come out of the pose, come back in Vimanasana, straighten your legs, come to the center and repeat on another side. Trunk extended, arm reaching, turn your right leg all the way in, turn your left leg all the way out. Then exhale, bend your left knee. From here, press your both feet down, then turn your torso from right to the left, hook your right knee outside of your left knee and straighten your right hand on the floor, left arm reaching up. Then turn your left arm and bring it overhead. Then turn your head and look over your left hand. To come out of the pose, keep pressing into your feet and come back to Vimanasana. Then come back to the center, jump or step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Parighasana, gate leg pose. So kneel down, your knees together and edges of your mat. Then bring your right leg out, so your right heel in a line with your left knee. Then bring your hands on your chest and then straighten them or extend them out. Extend your right leg and turn your foot on the floor. Then keep reaching and then extend your trunk to the right. Bring your right hand on the right shin, palms facing up. Then left arm reaching up. Make sure your pelvis in level. Then bring your left hand to meet the right and come back. Then bring your right leg again in the center. Then repeat on another side. Bring your left leg out so your left heel align with your right knee. Then extend your arms to the side. Extend your left leg and turn your left foot on the ground. Extend your trunk to the left and bring your left hand on the left shin, palm facing up. Make sure right arm reaching up, pelvis should be level. Then exhale and bring your right hand to meet the left and come up. Then bring your left leg to the center and come in kneeling. Then move to the next pose, which is Parshu Uttanasana, intense side stretch pose. Again, start with Tadasana. Bend your leg, jump or step your feet wide apart. Bring your hands on your waist. Then turn your left toes all the way in, right leg all the way out. Whole torso facing the right. Then here, bring your elbows back. Draw your shoulder blades in, chest lifted, head back. Then exhale and extend your trunk parallel to the floor. Then bring your hands on the floor or you can use bricks. Here in the pose, press into the inner side of your feet. Then exhale, bend your elbow to the out. Bring your chin, then your forehead towards your right shin. Here in the pose, keep pressing into inner side of your feet. Press your hands into the floor. Draw your shoulder blades in. Then to come out of the pose, press your feet down. Straighten your arms, look forward. Then bring your hands on the back. Draw your shoulder blades in. Extend your trunk forward and upward to come up. Then come to the center and repeat on another side. Bring your right leg all the way in. Bring your left leg all the way out. Then you can lift your right heel, pivot on the right. Big toe mounts and turn your torso more to the left. Then bring your elbows back. Chest lifted, head back. Exhale. Extend your trunk forward and parallel to the floor. Then bring your hands on the floor. Look forward. From here, exhale, bend your elbow to the out and bring your chin, then your forehead towards your left shin. So here in the pose, keep pressing into your inner side of your left feet. Draw your shoulder blades in. Then to come out of the pose, press into your feet, straighten your arms, look forward. Take a moment here. Then bring your hands on your waist. Draw your shoulder blades in, extend your trunk forward and upward to come up. Then come to the center, jump and step back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Prasrit Padutan Asan, extended wide foot pose. So bend your leg, jump or step your feet wide apart. Bring your hands on the waist and widen your feet little bit as it's the widest pose, and make sure you are pressing into the inner and outer edges of your both feet. Then bring your elbows back, chest lifted, head lifted. Exhale and bring your trunk forward parallel to the floor. Then bring your hands on the floor or you can use brick. Again exhale and bring your arms in between your feet and look forward. Exhale, pressing into your feet and bring your head in between your hands. Then here in the pose, press into the outer and inner edges of your feet. Lift the top of your thighs up and back and shift your weight towards the balls of the feet, heels on the floor. Press your hands into the floor your elbows align with your wrist. Then draw your shoulder blades in and extend your neck more, head touching the floor. Then to come out of the pose, press your feet down, straighten your arms, look forward. Take a moment. Then bring your hands on your waist, draw your shoulder blades in, extend your trunk forward and upward to come up. Then bring your heels in by sliding and come back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Uttanasana, standing forward bend. So start with Tadasana, then separate your feet hip width apart. Then bring your hands on your elbows back. Draw your shoulder blade in, chest lifted, head up. Then extend your trunk forward, parallel to the floor. Then bring your hands on the floor. Look forward. From here, exhale, bend your elbow to the out and bring your torso downward. Bring your head towards your shins. Here in the pose, press into the outer and inner edges of your feet. Legs straight. Extend your legs from buttock towards heel. Press your hands into the floor. Draw your shoulder blades in. Extend your trunk more downward. Bring your head towards the shins. Then to come out of the pose, press your feet down. Straighten your arms. Look forward. Then bring your hands on your waist. Draw your shoulder blades in. Extend your trunk forward and upward to come up. Then bring your feet together. Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Padangusthasana, hand to toe pose. So here we use the loop of our fingers made with thumb and first two fingers. Then extend your trunk forward and downward. Come parallel to the floor. Then use your loop and catch hold of your big toes. Both arms are straight, both legs are straight and look forward. Then exhale, bend your elbow to the out and bring your forehead towards your shins. Here in the pose, press your feet down, legs straight, top of thigh is back. Press your toes into your fingers and pull your arms up as you draw your shoulder blades in. Then come out of the pose, straighten your arms, look forward. Bring your hands on your waist, draw your shoulder blades in, extend your trunk forward and upward to come up, and then come in Tadasana. Next pose is Adho Mukh Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. So today we do this pose by kneel down on our fours. So press your hands in the floor, shoulder width apart and feet hip width apart, and then straighten your legs and come in plank pose. From here, sweep up your hips up towards the ceiling. Come in this pose by heels up and slowly bring your heels back. Here in the pose, press into the thumb and index finger down. Straighten your arms and extend your trunk towards the pelvis. Top of your thighs go back. Press into the center of your heel down. To come out of the pose, bend your knees and walk your feet forward. Hands on your waist, extend your trunk upward and forward and come up in. So next one is Surya Namaskar Asan. We practice here only one sequence. So stand in the edge of your mat in Tadasana, big toes, inner heels touching. Then inhale, come in Namaskar Asan. Exhale, bring your arms down. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar Asan. Then exhale, Uttanasana. Then bring your head towards your shins. Bring your hand forward, bend your knees, then exhale and jump back to Adho Mukh Svanasana. Then inhale, Urdhva Mukh Svanasana. exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Then inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then bend your knees, look forward and jump back to Uttanasana. Bring your head towards the shins. Bring your arm forward. Then inhale and Urdhva Namaskarasana. Then exhale, Namaskarasana. Exhale, Tadasana. So you can repeat the cycles of Surya Namaskar according to your capacity. Move to the next poses, which are back bends. So first one is Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog pose. So lay down on your tummies, prone position, and tuck your toes and your feet hip width apart, and hands by your chest side, and spread your fingers and thumb. Then press into the mounts of your toes. Then inhale, raise your head, raise your chest and abdomen, arms straight. Then lift your pelvis, your thighs and knees above the floor. Then press your hands, draw your shoulder blades in, chest broaden and look up. Then to come out, inhale and slowly come down on the floor. Then bring your hands in front of you and rest your forehead on your hands. So here you need to attempt the pose and come back. Our next pose is Dhanurasana Bow Pose. So again, lay down on your tummies, prone position. Then bend your legs at knees, so your feet coming towards your hips. Then bring your hands back and hold your ankles with your hands, and make sure you hold them nicely. If you are not able, you can use a belt here. Then from here, inhale, raise your head, raise your chest and lift your thighs up, so your hand and your legs pulling opposite to each other, and use this traction to lift yourself up. Then inhale and slowly come down. Then release your hands, bring your hands under your forehead and bring your feet on the floor. Then move to the next pose, which is Shalbhasan, Locust pose. So again, lay down on your tummy, prone position, your toes extended backward and feet touching. If you are not, you can separate them a little. Then bring your hands back, so your palms facing down. Draw your shoulder blades in. Then exhale, raise your head, raise your chest and raise your legs up how much you can do. You need to rest on your abdomen. Then inhale and come down. Bring your hands in front of you and rest your head on your hands. Then roll to your side and come up. Next pose is Utthiti, Camel Pose. So kneel down, so your knees, your feet, they all are hip width apart. Today we practice this way. Then press your feet down. Then bring your hands on your hips. Then make sure you are pressing your shins down, thighs lifted, trunk lifted, chest broadened. Then bring yourself back, pressing your hands into hips. Draw your shoulder blades in, chest lifted. Then bring your hands on your heels. Then press your hands into the heels. Then bring your shoulder blades in more and chest broaden. Then come out of the pose. Bring your hands on your hip. Then slowly come up. So here you can practice these poses 2-3 times, but your approach should be here. Just touch and go in starting. From here we will go in Adho Mukha. So bring your hands on the mat, then tuck your toes and sweep your hips up and come in Adho Mukha. So you get little relaxed here. Press your feet down and reach your pelvis towards the ceiling. Then bend your legs, walk forward, Uttanasana. Then bring your hands, extend your trunk forward and upward and come back to Tadasana. Move to the next pose, which is Pravrith in Swastika Asana. So sit down. You can use a height and extend your leg in front of you, Dandasana. I'm using brick. You can use folded blankets under your buttocks, so you can get easily extension of your trunk. From here, cross your legs at your shins, so your ankles under your knees. Press your hands and knees going down, releasing your knees, releasing your groins. Then press your hands into the floor and extend your trunk upward. Then bring your hand in front of you, interlock your finger, turn your palms and bring your arms overhead and extend your trunk upward through the palms. Release and come up. Then change the interlock, turn your palms and bring your arms overhead. Widen your palms to the ceiling, elbows in, extend your trunk, release the arm and come back. Then extend your legs in Dandasana. Then change the cross of your legs, ankles under your knees, trunk extended upward. Then bring your hands in front of you, interlock the fingers, turn the palms and bring your arms overhead, palms extending upward towards the ceiling. Breathe. Then release your arms and change the interlock, turn the palms and bring your arms overhead, trunk extended upward, elbows in, arms reaching. Then release your hands and bring your hands by your side, extend your legs in Dandasana. Move to the next pose, which is Pravrith in Veera Sana. So for Veera Sana, kneel down, your knees together, feet wide apart. So here with the thumbs you can flush out your calves out from the way and sit back in between your legs. You can use a height if you need. Then bring your hands on your knees, sit tall. So here make sure you are pressing your shins down, your toes extending backward. Bring your arms in front of you, interlock, turn and bring them up. Pull your trunk upward through the arms, then release and come up. Then change the interlock, turn your palms and bring your arms overhead. Here pressing your shins down, palms extending, elbows in and extend yourself upward. Then release your hands and come back. Then lift, cross your legs, sit back and then bring your legs in front of you, Dandasana. Move to the next pose, which is Bharadwajasana. So start with Dandasana. Then bend your both legs towards the left, so your left ankle come on your right foot in a step. And then to make the pelvis level, bring your bricks or any height under your right buttock, then sit tall. Bring your left hand outside of your right thigh, bring your right hand back. Here press your right hand into the floor as you lift your trunk up. Then press your left hand and turn your torso from left to the right. Breathe normally. Then inhale, come to the center, release the brick, extend your legs in Dandasana. Then repeat on another side. Bend your both legs so your right ankle come in step of your left foot and bring the brick under your left buttock to make the pelvis level, trunk extended upward. Bring your right hand outside of your left thigh. Left hand go back. Press your left hand into the floor as you extend your trunk upward. Then press your right hand into the left thigh as you turn your torso from right to the left. Bring your shoulder blades back. Chest broaden. Head will go with your torso and breathe. Then to come out, inhale, come to the center. Break out. Extend your legs in Dhanurasana. Move to the next pose, which is Bharadwajasana second, torso stretch pose 2. So for this one, first we bend our left leg in Veera Sana. So bend your left leg at knees so your toes facing backward. Then catch hold of your right knees and then bring your hand under your right ankle and roll your leg from your hip so your right foot come on your left thigh and right heel towards your abdomen, which is Padmasana leg. So come in Padmasana. If you need support under your buttocks or under your knees, you can use a brick or any height to make the pelvis level, or your knees if it's too much high in Padmasana, you can use under your knee. Then from here, press your hands and extend your trunk upward. Then bring your left hand outside of your right knee. Right hand go back. Press your right hand into the floor and extend your trunk upward. Then press your left hand into your right thigh as you turn your torso from left to the right. Head go with your trunk and breathe. Here draw your shoulder blades in, and to come out, inhale and come to the center. Then gently catch hold of your right leg. Put down your right foot, bring your knees towards you and then extend in Dhanurasana. Be gentle with your legs so you don't get hurt your knees. Then repeat on another side. So bring your right leg in Veera Sana. Then bring your hand under your left knee, right hand under your left ankle and roll it from your hip and bring your left feet on the right thigh and left heel going towards your abdomen. Same way you can make level in your pelvis or knee with the height. Then press your hands and extend your trunk upward. Then bring your right hand outside of your left thigh. Press your left hand into the floor and extend your trunk upward. Then press your right hand into the left thigh as you turn your torso from right to the left. Draw your shoulder blades in, chest broadened, chest lifted, and turn more and breathe. Then to come out, inhale and come to the center. Again, slowly, gently catch hold of your hand, bring your left foot down, bring your knees towards you, then extend your left leg. Extend your right leg and come in Dhanurasana. Then move to the next pose, which is Sup the Padangusthasana 1, recline hand to toe pose. So everybody need a belt for this one, and these are the abdominal asanas. So lay down on your back in supine position with bent legs. Then here bring your right knee towards your chest. Then catch hold of your strap and bring the strap around the balls of your right foot and extend your right leg up. Catch hold with your both hands. Then slowly extend or drag your left leg towards the floor and extend your left leg. Here in the pose, press your left heel down, extend your left leg from buttock towards heel and bring the top of your left thigh downwards. Your left toes facing up. Press your right big toe mount into the strap. right leg strap and extend from buttock towards heels. Pull your strap as you draw your shoulder blades in. Extend your neck and head away from your shoulders. Whole trunk extended on the floor. To come out of the pose, press your left heel down. Keep the extension of your trunk. Bend your right knee. Release the strap. Bend your both legs. Then repeat on another side. So bring your left knees towards you. Bring the strap around the balls of your left foot and extend your left leg up at 90 degree. Then extend your right leg on the floor. So here in the pose, press your right heel down, extend your right leg from buttock towards heel. Bring the top of your right thigh down towards the floor. Press your left big toe mount into the strap and extend your left leg from buttock towards heels. Both hands holding the strap. Then pull the strap as you draw your shoulder blades in and extend your torso along the floor. Abdomen moves in towards the back. Then to come out of the pose, press your right heel down. Keep the extension of your trunk. Bend your left knee. Release the strap and bend your both leg. Then roll to your side and slowly come up. Then move to the next pose, which is Sup the Padangusthasana, reclining hand to toe pose second. So for this one we need height, 2-3 blankets and a belt, and blankets will go near to your right thigh here. Then again lay down on your back with bent leg and we'll go in Sup the Padangusthasana 1 first and then go in Sup the Padangusthasana second. So bend your right leg towards you, strap around the balls of your right feet, leg straighten. Then catch hold the strap with only one hand, right hand, and bring your left hand on the floor, palms facing down, straighten your left leg. Then from here, Sup the Padangusthasana 1, bring your right leg out to the side on your blankets or height, but make sure your whole left side, your whole left hip, whole left trunk should be on the floor. If it's lift up, you can keep your leg up high, and if you are keep the contact, you can bring your right leg more down. Then straighten your leg up, then bend your leg, release the strap and bend your both leg. Then we will repeat on another side. So here I am changing my side, so the support of the blanket will come near to my left thigh. Lay down with bent leg. Then bend your left knee towards you, strap around the balls of feet. We will go in Sup the Padangusthasana 1. Catch hold of the strap, only one hand. Bring your right hand on the floor, palms facing down. Straighten your leg. From here, make sure you are pressing heel down, your whole torso on the floor. Make sure your whole right side on the floor. It not come up when you bring your left leg out to the side on your support. If you bring your left leg to the side and your right hip come up, right trunk come up, you can keep your leg little up. And if you are okay, you are able to make contact with the floor, bring your left leg more down. Then bring your left leg back in Sup the Padangusthasana. Bend your leg, release the strap, bend your both legs. Then roll to your side and come up. Next pose, Shirshasana, headstand. So fold your mat and bring your mat on the floor. Then interlock your finger and make the cups. Then bring your elbows down to your shoulder, shoulder width apart, knees under your hips. Then press your inner side of your wrist down, your elbows down, and bring the crown of your head in between the cups of your hand. Press your wrist and elbows down. Lift your shoulders up. Then straighten your legs. Then walk your feet in. Then bend your legs and give yourself a bunny hop. Then slowly straighten your knees. Then bring your knees towards the ceiling. Take a moment here. Then extend your one leg up, then the other. Make sure here your big toes, inner heels touching, and extend yourself up through the big toes. Extend the inner sides of your legs up. Keep pressing inside of your wrist down, elbows down, and shoulders lifted up. Be here. Then to come out of the pose, bend your knees. Then slowly, with the control, bring your knees down on the floor. And then go in Adho Mukh Virasana, knees apart, big toes touching, arms reaching, head on the mat. Then come up. Move to the next pose, which is Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. So make your setup. We need 3 blankets, which is headstand size. So stack them on each other. And fringe side will go back and the plain side will go for your shoulders. Bring the brick. This is the basic setup. Then to go in the pose, sit on your brick, lay down. So your shoulders on the blanket, head and neck down on the floor, and here fist width apart, your shoulders away from the blankets. Then roll your shoulders in, bring your hands down, then bend your knees towards you and bring your hips up. Then bring your hands on your upper back, knees facing up. Press your elbows down into the blankets. Then extend your one leg, then the other. Both legs are straight. As Sarvangasana is a vertical pose, so your whole body is vertical here. Press your elbows down. Extend through the big toes up. Bring the top of your thighs back and extend yourself up. Then next pose is Halasana, plow pose. So slowly start to bring your legs down on the floor. You can bring your legs one by one or together. Then here press your both feet down into the floor. Lift the top of your thighs up. Bring your hands on your upper back and bring your top of buttock towards your hand side. Plow pose. Maintain. Then to come out of the pose, bend your knees, look up and slowly bring yourself down. Then slide yourself up so the lower side of your shoulder blades on the blankets, and rest for a while here. Then roll to your side and come up. Move to the next pose, which is Paschimottanasana, Asan, seated forward bend. So stand in Dhanurasana. If you need height, use height. Then press your hands into the floor, extend your trunk upward. Then bring your hands up. Exhale and catch hold the big toes with your hands, trunk extended upward and forward. Then from here, exhale, bend your elbows to the out, then bring your chin, then your forehead towards your shins. Here in the pose, press your feet down, bring the top of your thighs towards your pelvis, both sits bone on the floor. Draw your shoulder blades in as you extend your torso more forward. Be in the pose. To come out of the pose, inhale, raise your head, raise your chest, come up, then sit back in Dandasana. Move to the next pose, which is last pose, Savasana corpse pose. So lie down on your back with bent legs. Make sure you are flush out the flash of your buttocks so your whole back come in contact with the floor. Then draw your shoulder blades in and arms by your side, palms facing up. Then relax your abdomen and maintain it. Then slowly start to extend your one leg, then the other. Then take a moment here and see if your whole body in alignment. Then slowly close your eyes and take a deep inhalation. With exhalation, release your legs, release your hip joints, release your shoulder joints, release everything. Release, relax, let go. Just observe your breath here. Movement in your rib cage, movement in your abdomen. Abdomen go in and out. Just observe your body, observe your breath. Release, relax, let go. Soften your face, soften your eyes. Release, relax, go. Breathe normally. Just observe. So bring the attention back. Press, turn your palms down. You can bring your hands on your abdomen. You can bring your hand on your torso as you like. Then slowly start to bend your leg one after the other. Take a moment here. Roll to your right side. Take a moment here. Roll whole to the right. Then push your left hand and come back. Cross your legs in Sukhasana. Join your palms together. Chest lifted. Bow your head to the heart. Namaste.
This is the yoga sequence of week 27. I hope you get some strength and extension in your spinal muscles and you are able to do back bends. Still be gentle with yourself and do the back bends in an appropriate way. Keep practicing and progressing in your practice. Let me know if you have any question. Till then, bye. Take good care of yourself because health is wealth. See you in next video with the yoga sequence of week 28 or the last yoga sequence of our this beginners yoga sequence.